This is the Saros 10R robot vacuum and mop from Roborock. The first thing that hit me was how slim it looks in person. It's only about 3.14 inches tall, and from my experience that makes a bigger difference than you'd think. It slides under my sofa and bed, where dust usually hides, and I haven't had those annoying moments where a robot just wedges itself on a lip or under a frame. I was worried the thin profile might mean weaker suction or fewer features. After a few weeks using it every day, I'm comfortable saying the power and smarts are still there. Setup was straightforward for me, with one small snag. It only connects to 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi, not 5 GHz. If you're new to that, it just means you may need to select the 2.4 GHz option on your router during pairing, because the robot needs longer range over raw speed. Once I did that, the Roborock app found it fast, and I linked it with Alexa and Google Home without any drama. The app is clean and easy. I can set up routines, tell it how I want each room cleaned, and draw no-go zones so it stays away from cable nests or a pet bed. If you're trying robot vacuums for the first time, no-go zones are basically digital boundaries on your map, and they work well here. The navigation is where I started to trust it. Roborock calls it the StarSight Autonomous System too. In plain English, it uses a combo of laser sensors and a front camera to know where it is and what it's about to hit. The camera adds a live view inside the app, which surprised me with how useful it is. I've checked on my dog when I was out, used the one-tap pet search to snap a quick photo, and even tried the two-way voice. My dog was confused at first, but it got his attention. If you care about privacy, there's a clear toggle to turn remote viewing off when you don't need it. Mopping is not an afterthought on this model. The Saros 10R uses dual spinning mop pads, and they reach outward to brush along baseboards and into corners. That's where a lot of robots struggle. From my experience, this design actually gets the edges, not just the open areas. It also detects carpet and lifts the mop so rugs don't get wet. My place is half hardwood, half carpet, and I haven't had a single soaked rug moment, which I've dealt with on cheaper units. It cleans the kitchen well, and when the water gets dirty, it heads back to the dock, washes the pads, and returns to finish the job. That closed the loop for me. No babysitting. The dock is a big part of why this thing feels hands-off. After a run, it empties the dust into a sealed bag that lasts me close to 2 months, refills the robot's water tank, and mixes in detergent so I don't have to measure anything. It also washes the mop pads with hot water, then dries them with hot air. No funky smell, no sink scrubbing session. In my opinion, this is one of the key features that turns a robot vacuum from a novelty into something I rely on every day. Pet hair is another area where it holds up well. The main brush is designed to keep hair from wrapping, and instead funnels it into the middle to be sucked up. I have a golden retriever, and surface fur on hardwood or low-pile carpet disappears. On really thick carpet, I still like to do a deep pass with a traditional vacuum every so often. That's not a knock on this robot, it's just how deep carpet behaves. Noise matters in a real home, and I noticed it runs quieter than many high-suction robots I've used. I work from home and didn't feel the need to pause calls when it passed by my office. Suction has been strong enough for cereal bits, cat litter, and dusty corners. On the plus side, it adapts as it learns my space. It remembers where thicker carpet is and adjusts its route and power. The Adaptalift chassis helps it climb door thresholds and transitions up to about 4 cm. In an older house with mismatched flooring, that has saved a lot of stallouts. When I moved furniture, I did a quick remap in the app, and that took only a few minutes. The onboard display gives me a quick read on battery and reminders, which sounds small but keeps me from opening the app for simple checks. Scheduling has been great. I set heavier mopping in the kitchen right after dinner and a lighter vacuum pass in the bedrooms in the morning. If the robot senses the mop water has turned dirty before it finishes, it'll go wash and come back without me touching anything. Battery life has been solid at around 2.5 to 3 hours per charge. That gets through my 3-bedroom home in one go. Recharging has been quick enough that I've never had to think about it. It's not flawless. Over muddy paw prints on a rainy day, I saw minor smears on the first pass. Running a second or third pass in the dirtiest areas solved it. It did tangle a couple times with loose charging cables and small toys. The sensors are good, but if the floor is cluttered with cords, any robot can struggle. Picking up a few items before a run gives better results. The only real confusion I had was the Wi-Fi frequency during setup. After that, it was smooth. Voice control is built in with Hello Rocky. I've told it to clean specific rooms and to pause while I took a call, and it responded quickly. For smart homes, you can use Alexa or Google Voice routines if that's more familiar. I like that I can start a kitchen mop from the couch without grabbing my phone. Key features that stood out for me are the low profile, the camera-assisted navigation, the dual spinning mops that actually reach edges, the self-emptying and self-washing dock, and the quieter operation without losing suction. From my experience, these are the things that make daily cleaning feel automatic instead of something I have to manage. In my opinion, it's perfect for anyone with a mix of hard floors and rugs, pet owners who hate hair wrap, and people who want a low robot that can reach under furniture. If your home has tricky thresholds or older transitions, the Adaptalift design helps a lot. If you've never owned a robot vacuum, the app tools like no-go zones and room-by-room settings are simple enough to learn in a day. I'd recommend this for busy households, pet families, and apartment dwellers who want the hands-off experience of vacuuming plus real mopping. If you have very thick, high-pile carpet everywhere, keep a standard vacuum around for a deep clean now and then. Outside of that edge case, the Saros 10R handles the day-to-day better than many bulkier robots I've tried. In conclusion, the Saros 10R has earned a spot in my routine. It vacuums, mops, empties itself, washes its own pads, and learns my home without me guiding it. There are a few quirks with cords and muddy messes, but the convenience wins out. I've gone from constant floor upkeep to quick spot checks, and my place looks cleaner with less effort. Please check the comments section for detailed information about the Saros 10R robot vacuum and mop. If you found this video helpful, subscribe to the channel and drop your questions or your own tips in the comments. Thank you for watching.